Hey, everybody, you may have noticed that that was a lot shorter of an intro than what you're used to seeing. So I basically want to bring everybody up to speed just a little bit. We have made some changes, and I'm not going to go too in-depth, honestly. It's not that big of a deal. But Stutter is no longer with DKMR, and so we are changing this show from KCDKMR to a new name. We're going to rebrand it and everything like that. Everything's staying the same. Stutter's staying with us. Stutter's with Blizz Pro. And, everything's rocking out. We're going to be good. But here's what we're going to do. We have kicked around some names for show ideas and stuff that we want to do. And we just cannot come up with a good name. Am I right, Stutter?
No, I mean, we've come up with some okay ones. And it's like, they're like almost there, but they're not there.
They're not. They're
not there.
They're close.
Yeah.
They're close. So here's what we're going to do is we want you guys to come up with our show name. And here's the kicker. Ready? Email whatever. If you were going to name a show, if you were going to do this show, what would you name it? And you can send us as many names as you want. Podcast@blizzpro.com. Okay? Send us the names and we're going to go through them and we're going to pick the winner. And that winner is going to get a $20 Blizz Pro card or Blizzard card that you can put into the store and you can buy booster packs with. You could, if you're a WoW player, you can buy pets with. You can buy whatever $20 gets you off the Blizzard store. Game time if you're a WoW player still. But the booster packs are really nice, so you can get some of them. Literally, it takes like 2 minutes of thought, 1 minute of email to make it happen. And seriously, how cool. If I were going to participate in this contest and like send my name off and they picked it and like every time that went live, it's like, yeah, I named that show. How awesome would that make you feel pretty awesome?
Oh, it would be incredible.
It would be.
I actually have a name idea for you right now.
What is it?
And this is after our Miracle episode. We should have named it the Stress Ball Hour.
The Stress Ball Hour. I like it, dude. I like it. So there's basically no better reason to come up with a show name because right now, here is the intro that I've got, and here's the show name that I've got. So it obviously needs just a little bit of changing. Alrighty, so as you can see, unless you want to put up with that every week, send us an email, podcast@blizzpro.com, name our show, get $20 Blizzard card for the store, get yourself some booster packs, get yourself whatever it is that you'd like to get. So, and I will email you the code directly. And then after that, I can put together the video, I can put together the logos, I can get everything going, and things are going to be rocking. So, this week, guys, we have got an awesome show. We are going to be displaying not 1, not 3, not 7, not 46, but 2 priest decks. And I'm pretty excited about it. The one of them is just a standard control priest deck, and the other one is a shadow priest deck. But before we get into all of that, because I'm not paying attention to my show notes as always. It's been a crazy week for me. I am your host Twiz, and it's very good to see you guys. And below me is my partner in crime, the mind behind this, Mr. Sexy Stutter. Stutter, what's up, dude?
Dude, nothing at all. Nothing at all. Just, hanging out. It's finally nice weather around. That's what I'm excited about. Like, outside, you can go outside in Rochester and not have a winter coat on. It's incredible.
It's beautiful.
It's
a beautiful day.
Literally beautiful. It's touching.
It's tears. Okay. So yeah. What have you been, dude? It's been 2 weeks since we've had a show, and I know what's been happening in your Hearthstone world. So just spill the beans.
Well, I mean, you guys all heard separation. Mm-hmm. More importantly, I hit Legend.
Congrats, dude.
For the new season. Crushed it.
GG, dude. GG. So how far up this legendary chain did you make it?
Right now, let me check. Actually, I have Hearthstone open right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check. I think right now I am I am 12 right now. I am 12.
Legendary 12. That's awesome.
Yes.
You were higher than that for a little while, though. I think
I
you
was
said
7. I was
That's
7
awesome.
for a little bit, and then some people got it over the weekend.
Cool.
And then I know what happens, but I mean, still, 12's quality. The goal is to stay top 16 because the I believe top 16 is where you get invited to BlizzCon.
Ooh.
Or the BlizzCon qualifier. So, and if you can qualify, you go to actual BlizzCon, which would be huge.
That would be
It
nice.
would be awesome.
That would
It'd
be.
be, yeah. Should make noise. I also came in 8th in the Zotek Cup, or top 8.
Right on. Right
yeah.
on, dude. Good game. I myself played like 0 Hearthstone to speak of over the past week. I was gone, out of town. I had my laptop, but like I was working like 18, 19-hour days. And so my time on in-game was like slim to nil. So I am still sitting at like rank 16. Basically the ladder reset for me last night because I haven't played hardly at all. So that's where we're sitting at. Yeah, that's pretty much been my week, as in-depth and amazing as that is. So good for you, dude. I'm excited about tonight. So we're gonna kick this off first off with a Shadow Priest deck. And the reason we're doing Priest is because in our last episode that we did, which I believe was the Spell Power Shaman, Zeus 2, they were basically saying, we got a couple of comments that said, look, we would really love to see some priests. Okay, that's fine. We can put that together. I found a good Shadow Priest deck that I tweaked, and Stutter tweaked as well, and we'll go through that, and then we found a good Control Priest deck as well. So, without further ado, dude, let's go ahead and kick this off and talk about how this Shadow Priest,
How does it work?
I know not, my liege.
Consult the Book of Armaments.
So let's talk about how this works a little bit. Stutter, I've played this deck more than you, but you're a better player than me. So I don't know. How do you want to run through this? You want me to, or?
You know what? Because why don't you run through Shadow and I'll run through the other one?
Okay, that sounds good, dude. I have played this deck quite a bit. It is very hit and miss. Stutter and I talked during the pre-show. With Priests, you either win big or you lose bad. And that's just the nature of the beast. If you can get the right cards at the right time in this, it works out. So you're starting off with Holy Smite. Basically, Holy Smite is a 1-cost, 2 damage. All right, it works really great with Zoo. There's nothing that pleases me more when they coin out a Knife Juggler. And, that's the end of that. See ya. Thanks for wasting the coin. Good game. Power Word Shield. Power Word Shield is obviously, 1 cost, gives a minion +2 health, and you draw a card. That gets used in conjunction with Wild Pyromancer quite a bit throughout this deck for AoE, for board AoE. Obviously, you go from a 3-2 to a 3-4. And then it triggers that because you use that spell, and now he's a 3-3, and you've done 1 damage to everything on the board. You got Mind Blast. Mind Blast is usually a finisher. However, if I can get an Azure Drake out on the field on turn 7, I'll throw it out there just for the +1 damage. Shadow Word Pain, pretty standard. It's really helpful against Zoo. Anything else that has 3 attack or less, it serves its purpose. Blood Mage Thalnos, again, is in here for card draw, but also spell damage boost. If I can get a Blood Mage Thalnos out there on turn 4, I would think about a Mind Blast again. Sun Fury Protector, because the way the Shadow deck works is once you go into Shadow form, you got no heals left. You can't heal yourself anymore. That's just the nature of the beast. So now it's protecting your butt, and this helps. Wild Pyro we talked about. He's used for board shocking more than anything. Shadow Word Death is really nice. You don't have to pack big game hunters, and you get 2 better with a 5 attack instead of a 7 attack. So those are nice. However, you never get them when you need them. Now here's the meat and potatoes of this this deck. Shadow form. You got 2 of them. Okay. So what you can do is, first off, as soon as on turn 5, if you want, you can go into Shadow form, and then your hero power becomes a 2 damage. Okay, so you can do that, or on turn 7, you can heal yourself, go into Shadow form. So now you've spent 5 mana, And now that you're in shadow form, it resets your hero power, and you can do 2 damage. So you can use your hero power twice in one turn. If you're already in shadow form and you play this card again, your hero power becomes 3 damage. Okay, so it can get really, really nasty really quick. Mass Dispel, I put this card in here. Basically, getting around taunts, getting around things that are just buffed to snot and back. And there's card draw in here. You don't see it a lot. They're not expecting it, especially with, I mean, you run into a lot of Zoo. All it is small minions that are just buff, 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 and you just silence the entire board. And it can make a real big difference, and you get a card out of it. Senjin Shieldmaster, pretty standard for a taunt. Holy Nova, again, just AoE and restoring some health back to you. Azure Drake, again, spell power, buffing your Holy Novas, buffing your Mind Blasts, stuff like that. Can buff your Holy Smite. So can Blood Mage Thalnos. Holy Fire, again, this is just returning health back to you. Once you're in shadow form, you've got no heal. So your heals built in are Holy Nova and Holy Fire. There's one Sunwalker in here, just to be kind of a pain in the hind end. And Prophet Velen. Here's a beautiful thing. If you get into a situation where you already have both shadow forms and you're casting 3, you lay down a Prophet Velen, and you're now casting 6 off of your hero power, which is awesome. But that also buffs everything else. If Blood Mage, or if Prophet Velen is out there on turn 8 and you have a Holy Nova, it's going to double that. It's going to do 4 damage across the board. It's going to buff your Mind Blasts to 10. 10 damage to the enemy hero. It just doubles everything. So, and then we put some Molten Giants in here, simply because Zoo can run you down really, really quick. And it's just kind of a saving grace. If you can get yourself a Molten Giant or 2 of them and get a Sun Fury Protector to put in between them, it really slows Zoo down. It can slow Zoo down. It's not foolproof because they have a lot of instant casts. I mean, they've got 9 in hand all the time between a Soulfire and what's the 5/7 Doomguard. Thank you. So anyways, that just kind of slows everything down a little bit. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I've seen it work more than not. So that's pretty much the deck that we came up with. There was another deck that started this, and there was Alexstrasza in there, and there was Malygos in there and stuff like that, which is nice if you can last that long. And never once did Alexstrasza win me a game, never once did Mally win me a game or anything. So we put Giants in there and stuff to make it a little bit more useful. So we'll see how it goes. Again, this deck, you either win big or you lose big. So you ready to give it a whirl? Or was there anything you wanted to say about the deck, dude?
No, I mean, we just put in Molten Giants. Basically, guys, if you ever want to steal games for no apparent reason, Molten Giants is the way to go. You can literally steal any deck if you put Molten Giants in there. 1 out of 10 games they'll win you for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
It's absurd.
Yep.
Those cards are just so swingy.
Absolutely. And the Juno Reactor in the chat room is saying no Soul Priests. Well, the Soul Priest changes all of your healing to damage. And we already get that from our hero power from going into shadow form. We already get the damage, but we have no way to keep ourselves alive. So if we put a Soul Priest in there, basically, we're killing ourselves now with our Holy Fires. We're killing ourselves with our Holy Novas. The little bit of health return we do have to keep this going is completely shot. So these are basically our lifelines, and by putting Soul Priest in there, that kills that. So yeah, we'll give this a whirl, and just we're gonna play a couple of games with it just to see how it goes. And if you guys want to make tweaks to the deck or have questions or anything like that, you can hit us up, podcast@blizzpro.com.
This deck is more like it's still building, if you will. It's still being built. Like, Shadow Priest has never really been a strong thing.
Yeah.
But it's really fun to play.
Yes.
Shadow form is just so cool.
It is. It really is. And the fact that it resets your hero power, you can use your hero power twice. So here, I would actually consider mulliganing the whole thing. I don't think he's going to play anything that I'm going to need 2 damage for.
Yeah, I think that's all right. I mean, you might. No, I would mulligan the whole thing.
Yeah. We'll see what we get here. 5 or more. Okay. I've seen better, but I've seen worse. So, but that's okay because we're going to get both power words and everything back because that's just how it rolls for me. So, now there's also going to be times where you just will not even go into shadow form in this. Like, you have to be really careful about when you play it. I've played it both ends where I went into shadow form as soon as I possibly can. Oh, dang it. Kind of wish I... Oh, well, I couldn't have gotten that anyways with that Holy Smite. So, at this point in time, we could do one of 2 things. I could either throw a Thalnos out there just for card draw.
Just pass.
Or just pass. Yeah, so...
Yeah, because basically this already seems like an aggro deck. So we're basically just going to wait for some spells to trigger Wild Pyro.
Yeah.
We'll take some damage for that Molten Giant.
Basically. So... yeah, that's another good thing that got brought up is clerics.
Yeah, the reason clerics aren't in the deck is because in shadow form, clerics aren't very good.
Yeah, because you can't use your hero power to heal anything. So basically, you'd have to draw. I don't know. You'd have to draw basically a what would you have to draw here? You would have to draw. You'd have to have minions on the field that were injured, and then drop 1 and then Holy Nova just to get a card, maybe 2.
Or do you think just put Blood Mage out there for Thelno or for a card draw and then heal yourself out?
Yeah, well, we could. Yeah, I don't think
because what we're really doing is we're looking for another spell.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. If he gets greedy and goes for face for all of this, and we can draw Holy Nova, well, that's game over for him. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. De pinche de no es bueno.
If you can draw a Sun Fury Protector, it's also over. I'll just drop him Molten Giant. I mean, he's got lethal next turn. And there's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
We're going to heal ourselves to out of lethal range.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much the only option we have is to try and heal ourselves out of molten range or out of lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I may as well throw this out there just for grins anyway.
Yeah. And just go out. I mean, I think we can just call this one,
11,
chalk this one up to
14, 15, 16. I don't know.
He needs 3 damage from his hand. Or 2 damage from his hand.
No, 4, 8, 12, 4,
Hero
8,
power.
9, 10, 11. That's 12, 13. He needs 4 damage.
4 damage from his hand. I don't know what I'm thinking, guys. I'm going crazy.
Yeah.
I can't do math.
It's okay. This is also a fairly bum hand. I mean...
Well, there it is.
Yeah, there it was. So, 7, 15. Yeah, that was all he needed. So, that is... You know what I will say? That is one of the things that... that is the downfall of this deck is... It's just... A lot of it is late game. Sitting on 2 Azure Drake, sitting on a Holy Fire, sitting on... I mean, Shadow Word Death wouldn't have helped me. I didn't even have spells I could have rocked with the Wild Pyro. So,
yeah,
it's hit and miss.
I mean, if I knew we were drawing that Wild Pyro, I would have definitely kept those powered shields. Because those things, those together are just nuts. It gets silly, and it gets really good. This will be interesting.
Yeah, we'll see how the mirror matchup does.
So, what we're getting at, guys, is like, if you like This match is going to take a long time.
I'm going to hold
I
on.
would get rid of Holy Smite as well.
Really, both of them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Seem better. I'm also, it's also not a bad idea. I've used on turn 3, I've used Blood Mage and Power Word Shield.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. I mean, just to get that card.
Yep. Just to see what we got. Ooh. Pagel. Yeah, I'm starting to see him a little bit more with everything.
That's interesting. Didn't see enough. We could just go into Shadow form immediately if we wanted to. But what would we do with turn 3? I think turn 2, I think we just throw down Blood Mage on those.
Okay.
And because we could go into Shadow form next turn if we wanted to, it would be a dead turn is the problem. But at the same time, priests are so slow anyways, it doesn't matter. My worry is that he's going to get a few card draws off this Pagel. But yeah, I think we're just good in turn.
See what happens. Another thing that I try and do is I try and stay away from Shadow form until I at least have 1 or 2 heals in my hands. Being a Holy Nova, being a Holy Fire, something like that. So
I would coin out Sinjin right now. But you got to think, like, this guy probably runs 2 and just attacking a Peggle. This guy probably runs 2 Mind Blasts. He's already used 1, so it's like his burst is already like almost gone. You know? Did he draw a card off Pegs?
He did. He picked one up.
It's okay.
He picked one up.
Wow.
Yep. Oh, man.
I think I would Power Word Shield the Sinjin.
Yeah.
And I think I would Shadow Word Pain the Pegs.
Yep.
And then I think I would just hit his face.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
No, this guy needs a lot to take care. Like, this Sinjin versus this, oh my god, injured Blade Master, it's never going to end, because he's going to attack and he's going to heal it. We're going to attack and we're going to heal it. Well, that might actually change it, but I think we should be alright. You know what I think we do here? I think we attack, go into Shadow form, and kill it. What do you think? Because we have Holy Fire in our hand now.
Yeah, we do. We do.
And we don't want him to heal that up.
We're into the mid game now, so yeah.
And then we have a sweet turn 6 play with Sunwalker. We could Holy Fire. We could, turn 7 we got Prophet Valen, which will just die to. But Sunwalker's going to be so hard for him to deal with. I think this is the play. I think you got to get rid of that.
Okay. So yeah, Shadow form, Hero Power into it, and then kill him with my Sinjin.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's.
Yep. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. It's the mid game, so anything can happen. You know, I mean,
it's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
We have a good mid game setup too. Like 2 Azure Drakes is always quality mid game.
Yep.
Like you never feel bad about throwing down an Azure Drake because it replaces itself, and it's like it's not that bad of a minion. Like it's pretty quality. Like you see Azure Drake in a lot more decks nowadays. It's like the old Novice Engineer.
We have Nat Pagel in the chat room right now. Hi, Nat.
No. What's up, Natty? Why'd you draw him a card?
Why'd you draw him a card? And sorry about the Shadow Word Pain, brother. Okay. Well, that's fine. Because we're going to holy fire the snot out of that thing. Oh. I would...
Mm-hmm.
We got one of two things. We're at 21 health. The good thing about priests is that they can't really do too much burst. So we could either holy fire that, or I could just shadow word pain and then hero power his face.
I think we shadow word pain, hero power his face, because we'll always have a use for Holy Nova, or not Holy Nova, Holy Fire.
Yep. Agreed. Agreed. Right about now is when I'm kind of searching for my second, whatchamacallit, my second shadow form. Because if I get my second shadow form, I can do 2 to his face, 3, 3 cost for my second shadow form, and then I can do 3 damage because my hero power resets. So...
We could Sunwalker. We could Azure Drake, and then Shadow Word, or we could Holy Fire that, and then Hero Power. Nope, that's
8 mana.
I'm thinking then the move might be just to Sunwalker or Azure Drake Hero Power something.
But even if we hero power something, we can't kill either of them.
We could just Hero Power his face. I think the move is Sunwalker.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Because next turn we can, even if he heals that up again, that 4/6 to a 4/7, we can just Holy Fire, Hero Power it instead. And he's probably gonna knock off the shield with it, Earthen Ring Farseer, is my guess, because he probably doesn't have a good way of doing it. Maybe with Holy Fire, not Holy. The 2 damage, right? Holy Fire? Yeah, it's Holy Fire.
Yeah.
I don't play Priest a lot, guys. I don't know if you figured this out. Priest is just like, it's not my style, you know? Can't handle it.
Here is where that...
I'm not quite sure if that was the right move on his part.
I'm thinking it wasn't, but I don't know. Man, he spent a lot to get through that guy. Holy Nova.
What do you think? Just Holy Nova, kill one of them with Hero Power? Or we could Azure Drake ourselves. Or we could Holy Fire one.
I think I want to Holy Fire that 4/4 because he's already got... It's actually a 4/9. If he can taunt that up and heal it, it's going to be such a bear to get through. Plus, we have big-time card advantage on him right now. So I'm thinking Holy Fire.
Think I agree with that. We have huge card advantage, and we have Azure Drakes to maintain that card advantage.
Yep.
I think that is the move.
Yep. Boom. Now, I don't know. What do you think?
I think I would put damage on his Drake.
Okay.
I mean, ultimately, it doesn't really matter what you put damage on because he's just going to heal it up.
Yeah.
So, because he put damage on his Drake, he's going to heal his Drake.
Oh.
If you put damage on his
There you go, guys. Sorry, I forgot about the.
What did he just use? Thought Steal. Okay, Thought Steal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna heal that up.
You know what we could do? Just could Veil and kill that in one hit. But he probably has Shadow Word Death in his hand. That's my thinking.
Oh, I'm sure he probably does. I am thinking that we Azure Drake.
Okay.
And then taunt it up. And
then Hero Power or something?
Depending on what we get.
Okay, I like it. I like it. That's a great thing to have. Yeah. I would just Hero Power as Azure Drake again. I'm coughing up a storm over here. I'm trying to mute myself every time I do.
Oh, yep. It's all good.
It's getting gross.
It's all
getting gross.
Oh, I missed doing this. I missed playing the game. I missed being part of it. Taking a week out of this is just crazy. Oh, Master Spell.
Interesting.
Super crazy. Okay. Got another Circle of Healing. Okay, guess not. Oh.
That is awesome.
Yep. So I'm thinking the biggest threat on the board, because I'm going to Mass Dispel all that snot. And then I could do one of two things. I could re-heal myself and kill the 3/3, since that'll be pretty much the only threat on the board. Or I could
I'm thinking we just drop an Azure Drake.
Azure Drake and then silence everything anyways?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's awesome for next turn, but I think we Mass Dispel right now still.
Perfect.
We could kill the 3/3 now.
I'm going to.
Okay, I like it.
Or we could save it for next turn. Prophet Velen.
I don't think we use Velen yet because we're waiting for the Mind Blast for Velen. Because we want Mind Blast Velen because that's a huge that's a Pyroblast.
Yeah.
So I think that we use it now.
Kill the 3/3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have an easy way to deal with this 4/4.
True that. True that. Or he does have an easy way to deal with it.
He's going ham.
He is, dude. Going for the gusto. Beautiful. So here's kind of what I'm thinking.
What? Okay, what are you thinking here?
I'm thinking do 2. Hit Shadow Form again. That's 5. That's 7. Well,
I don't think that helps us too much, to be honest. My thinking is we drop Molten Giant.
and let that soak up his Shadower Death.
Yeah.
I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
And then I would hero power the 2. It doesn't matter what you hero power.
I'm gonna hero power his face, man.
Yeah.
Start doing it up.
Yeah, what we need to start stabilizing.
Or
A little bit. I mean, we stabilize, but we need that giant kind of like to soak up, and then we're kind of worried that he might have a second one. So, but we can drop Valen anyways and hope. I'm thinking that's kind of what we do.
I'm going to drop this giant, and I'm going to holy fire that 5/5.
I like it.
Yep. Boom.
I love that. Nat Paglin chat goes, I hope everyone's done their fishing dailies. Oh, yeah, you're right. We were not lying about the length of these priest versus priest games.
It's brutal. It's brutal.
It is brutal.
It's brutal.
It's just, oh, whew. Sit down, guys. Go get some popcorn. Take a snack. We're watching a movie.
Go buy a car. You can do anything you want to do. I mean, yeah.
Sit on hold with your cable company.
Seriously, it's just like... All right, dude. You got 5 mana and 2 cards.
All right. He's making moves.
Making moves, doing things.
I'm not sure that was the right move.
That's all he's got. Methinks.
Well,
here's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I'm going to do... Oh, this is going to be beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 damage to the 4/4. Then I'm going to go into Shadow Form. Then I'm going to do 3 damage to whatever's left of that 4/4, which would be a 4/2. Then I'm going to taunt up this 8/2. Then I'm going to swing for face.
Okay, I was going to say that exact same move.
Yep. So
I'm all about this.
Let's do it up. Okay. Boom.
Now, guys, just for everyone who knows, when you go into Shadow Form, you can use your hero power beforehand. So what you can do is you can heal up Shadow Form and then use 2 damage for your hero power. At the same time, if you upgrade your Shadow Form from 2 damage to 3 damage, you can do the same thing like we just did.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Here's a beautiful thing. We draw a Mind Blast. Game over. Mind Blast,
exactly.
we got lethal.
I'm thinking we play Valen next turn anyways.
Yeah. That's fine. 7. So that's 8, 10, 13.
I definitely like Valen right here, and then I just swing for his face, and I would hero power down the 3/3. I think. Still, I just think board control is more important because he clearly showed that he has no way to deal with that 8/2, and 8's more than 6. Valen also looks so cool when you play him.
He does.
Such swag. There's a few cards in Hearthstone which, you know, they're not the best cards, but they give you such swag that's what matters. Like, you got, wow, he plays Mountain Giants too. Oh, he probably grabbed it with Thoughtsteal. But, so you have Valen, you have Gruul. Gruul's got a lot of swag. Of course, you have Swagnaros, aka Ragnaros, and you also got King Crush. And you can win. Oh, I forgot my favorite card, guys. Lore Walker Cho.
Oh yeah.
All those just swagging it up.
That's that.
There we go, guys.
There
Look at that
it.
burst.
Yeah.
Priest burst.
Rank 16 Priest burst. Heyo. So again, guys, things have changed a little bit, but not everything has changed. That win was actually brought to you in part by Hee Haw. It's not a sponsor of the show. It doesn't do anything for us. It's terrible soda. Tastes like garbage. Crazy, stupid name. So next time you win, grab yourself a 2-liter Hee Haw, chug it, and kick the hell out of something. That's the name of the game. So, for those of you who have just joined us, I want to make a quick reminder. We have changed some things up, and Stutter's no longer with DKMR. We are looking for a new name for this show. So, podcast@blizzpro.com. Send us what you would name this show if you were going to name it. And the winner gets a $20 Blizzard card that you can buy booster packs with. You can buy WoW Pets, Game Time, whatever you want to buy off the Blizzard store for $20. It's 2 minutes of thinking, 1 minute of emailing for booster packs, pets, Game Time, whatever you want. So, podcast@blizzpro.com.
You know what, guys? Do it at work.
There you go.
You're sitting at your desk, but man, I hate work. Let me think of a name.
Exactly. So we can do Shadow one more game, or we can go to the other Priest control deck.
Because these games take so long, why don't we just switch back and forth, maybe?
Okay.
Let's at least introduce the other deck.
Okay.
Now, this deck here is a older version of. It came from a streamer that I recently started watching called Zeta-Lot.
Mm-hmm.
I started watching him because he plays Priest, and he plays exclusively Priest. Last season, he got ranked 10 on the EU server with a Priest, which is unheard of. Unheard of. Because it's Priest, you know?
Yeah.
It is what it is. But so just interesting deck. So this is we'll just go through each card by card.
Okay.
In mad respect for Zeta-Lot.
Yep.
And so we got Circle Healings. I mean, those are awesome to combo with Injured Blade Masters and Akanai Soul Priest. And you know what? You're going to notice in Priest, there's a lot of combos. And that's what matters. Yep. Like, Holy Smites are just, you know, early game removal against that Zoo. Also activates Wild Pyro.
Mm-hmm.
You can do some cool plays with that. Power Word Shields, draws a card, activates Wild Pyro. You got Mind Blast, which against Zoo activates Wild Pyro. Mm-hmm. Also, 5 damage endgame burst with Valen, 10 damage, Nice little Pyroblast action there. We got Wild Pyros. Awesome in this deck. Awesome when you get them off. That's the thing, is you got to get them off. You got to have the spells, and you got to get them off. Shadow Word Deaths, that's to make you somewhat competitive versus Handlock. And that's the thing, is like, you're going to have to get rid of those giants sometimes, so you got to do it. You got 1 Thought Steal in the deck. You can go back and forth. You can play 1 Earthen Ring Farseer, 2 Thought Steal, or the other way around. It doesn't, it's personal preference. And in this, we're playing 2 Earthen Ring Farseers because we want to show off the Arcanized Soul Priest's power a little more with the combo. But Thought Steal, Thought Steal can always win you a game, and it's weird that it can.
Yep.
But you never steal bad cards. It's like you're basically drawing cards. It's Arcane Intellect for Priest. That's what it is. You got Earthen Ring Farseers, just heal you up, heal a minion up. Just efficient. It's awesome also to combo with Injured Blade Master on turn 6, sorry. Obviously I've talked enough about Injured Blade Master. They should be a Priest exclusive card, because you don't really play him in other stuff. Maybe you play him in Shaman, but that's just weird. And they're just awesome. You got Arcanized Soul Priest with Circle Healing. That's
board clear.
That's a 4 mana 2-card Flame Strike, which is awesome.
It still leaves your Soul Priest as a 3/1.
Yes, it does.
So.
Yes, it does. It does do damage to yourself too. We got 2 Holy Novas. Holy Nova's just efficient AoE. One of the best in the game, I think, actually.
How does that do damage to yourself when you use Arcanized Soul Priest and Circle of Healing?
Not to your hero. I meant to your minions.
Oh, okay.
I apologize.
Yes. Okay.
I apologize.
Yep.
You can do damage to yourself if you're here by yourself, but that's makes no sense in this deck. You don't have Molten Giants. We got 2 Azure Drakes, like we discussed before. That's just the new. To me, it's the new Novice Engineer.
Yep.
You guys remember when that stuff was 1/2 and played in every single deck? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was awesome. We got Holy Fires, just removal and heal. It's just great for those four attack minions. We got 1 Cabal Shadow Priest. It's just, it's a 2-for-1 easy every time. It's such a good card if you get it off. The reason you don't play 2 is because they can become dead cards in your hand. But if you get 1 off, you can steal such good stuff, especially against Shaman.
Oh yeah.
You got Sylvanas. Sylvanas is nice because first off, he's just easy board presence. You throw him down there and you just feel good about it. And you can also
Sylvanas is a she.
She. Sorry, she. You can, but the great thing is you can also Shadow Word Deather, and that just creates an 8-mana mind control. But you gotta really want to do that. You can't just do that and kind of hope.
Yeah.
You got Black Knight. Black Knight is removes for this is a card that could definitely be taken out of this deck. I like it personally because it gives you more of a chance versus Handlock, but I could definitely see it being dropped out. And everyone knows what it does, because whenever you get Black Knight, you're just like, oh my god.
Yep.
But it can win you a game.
Yep.
It can win you a game.
Yep.
And then we finish it off with Valen, who is just there. He's swag.
Yep.
He's just swag.
Yep.
He's actually a pretty good card too if you can get him to stay on the board.
Yep.
If he was a 6/7, that would actually be a buff. Believe it or not, guys. Because if he was a 6/7,
they keep him out of BGH range.
He wouldn't be BGH range,
Yeah.
and then you could throw him down and feel much more comfortable about it.
But again, you're not going to throw him down until at least turn 10 when you've got something else you can play with it. A Mind Blast. Or
even a Hero Power.
Yeah, hero. Yeah, you could heal yourself up for 4, or you could, if you had a Soul Priest down as well, you could do 4 damage with your Hero Power. So let's give it a whirl. Let's fire it up. Let's see what's crack-a-lacking.
I think our last game took 20 minutes.
It was crazy, stupid long, but that's Priest for you. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the deck list up there for you guys. I'm trying to do better about staying on top of that deck list for everybody. So
you're nailing it. You're nailing it today.
I am. Okay. See how this rolls. I know we've got a lot better stuff than what this is bringing to the table.
Yeah, we're dropping everything. We could kept the Arcanized Soul Priest, but I kind of wanted to like get something better. Like,
yeah, Thought Steal. I love having it in my hand, and I hate it when it gets played against me.
the thing is, Thought Steal in this matchup can steal you a turn 4 play, and that's the big thing. The Black Knight is going to be clutch, hopefully.
Yeah, in Ancient of War or something like that.
Ancient of War is awesome, but even a Druid of the Claw is just such a swing. Wow. All right, guys.
We could basically. This is probably token.
I think we heal up for the 2 that he just
Wasted.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, guys, I don't mean like you don't want to do that because we literally just healed up and he just basically said, "Hey, I'm going to use 1 mana to heal myself too."
He's trying to. He's building up armor out of it. So
Yeah,
whatever.
but I mean, we're not going to win. We're not going to burst him down. Armor isn't really necessary in this. We're just going to kind of beat him down for a little. Out Thought Steal.
Ooh.
Okay.
That works. Well,
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'll tell you what. Between the Black Knight and Big Game Hunter, I really hope we get to use Cenarius. I really, really do.
I do too. All right, so Joy Boy, you asked if Northshire Cleric turn 1 is the best. Northshire Cleric turn 1 is usually I would play Arcanized Soul Priest here, just throw him down. You don't want to always play him turn 1 because like in like a control matchup, you want to save him for when you can draw cards off of him. And like you kind of want to abuse that mechanic. But like against Zoo, you kind of just want to play, or like against Miracle, you want to play him turn 1 because he's a threat. You want to play like against Miracle, you want to play this. You just want to keep on throwing down threats, and that's generally how you play against Miracle. Anyways, is like if you throw down a threat turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, turn 5, they're not going to have time to play that Auctioneer Conceal, or they're going to do it and they're going to take a lot of damage.
Sure. Sure.
I'm honestly almost happy he silenced that. I think we Azure Drake here. And I think we just swing for face, because we can't do that extra 1 damage. Nice.
Yep.
And the reason we're not killing that is because next turn we can Cabal it.
Yep.
And, I mean, we didn't have an efficient way to kill it anyways. But Caballing it is just awesome. Like, even if he taunts that up. I mean, obviously, if he throws down a taunt right now, we definitely just we Black Knight it instead. But
yeah,
I think this guy is playing like a really late game deck. What is he doing here? It's got to be a Wrath.
Yeah. Yep. Yippers. I'm still kind of all about caballing that 2-1.
I think we Cabal it 2-1. I know we can just hero power it down, but at least that wastes a few things. I think we Cabal it. Because he's not going to have much to Cabal. And, like, this right here is kind of like, it's okay, just, here you go. Now you have to deal with either you have to use 2 mana for your hero power, or you have to, you know, you're just going to have to sacrifice the card there, and we'll use it to our advantage. We'll heal it up.
It's really going to be nice on turn 9 if he does play the Cenarius, getting rid of those taunts with the Holy Nova.
I agree. I think we injured Blade Master, and I think we heal it up. And then I think we just throw down a Wild Pyro.
Oh, crud, dude. I totally healed the wrong thing.
That's alright. It's no big deal. It's no big deal.
Oh my gosh.
The reason we wanted to heal the injured Blade Master guys is because we wanted that out of Wrath range.
Out of Wrath range.
But he already used one Wrath, so we can kind of hope he doesn't have two.
Yeah, I screwed the pooch on that one. Oh my god.
Okay, it's okay.
Me, Smalls.
Okay. Yep, that hurts. I paid for that one dearly. That's the way of it. You will have that. You will have that.
All right, I don't think we throw it on Black Knight. I think we could just throw it on Valen, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think we just throw it down, guys. I mean, like, I think that's just the play, you know?
He's either got a way to deal with it or he doesn't.
Yep. He's probably got BGH by now.
Which would be awesome.
But if we had, if he lives, like, one turn, like, we're just going to go nuts here. I don't think he would have played BGH by now, you would have think.
Or silence, or...
To tell you the truth, I'm not even upset if he silences it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know what? It ruins his effect, but he's still a 7/7 body. What a freak. No?
What a freak.
What a freak. There he goes. Well, now we know what our next turn is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
6 damage. Okay.
I think we BGH then. I think we heal our guy back up.
Yeah.
And we can throw it on the other Wild Pyro just because we can.
Okay.
It's just extra damage, you know?
He might.
And, like, yeah, it does prevent us from using, like, a Holy Fire to a certain extent, but not really. Because he's either going to take care of this, or we can just, you know...
I think he's going to throw out Cenarius. Nope.
Well, I can tell you right now, we're going to play Cenarius next turn, and we're going to buff everything. I lied.
Yeah, we're going to Black Knight.
We are going to Black Knight that. And then we're going to sack the Pyromancer.
Yep. Heal up Velen.
I think we Earth and Ring Farseer him.
Sure.
Like, why not, right?
Yeah.
Get him another minion on the board, guys. Like,
yeah, that's better. That is a much
have the
better
advantage. We might have had lethal last turn.
Most likely.
Actually, we definitely did. We just missed lethal, guys. We're bad.
13, 14.
Because we got a Holy Fire at his face for 10.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we have been sitting on that for a while. See, that's a shadow that I've been playing, man. Is it's like, well, I'm at 27 health. I don't need to use that yet. All right. You're done.
I would suggest yes.
It doesn't matter. Boom.
Yeah, we definitely had lethal.
Yeah. And then some. Never got to play that Cenarius. Oh, well. Oh, well. We got time for another game or two.
That one was a little quicker, guys.
Yeah. That's just the way of the priest. It's not bursty. And... Yep.
You just kind of beat him down. And, like, if you lose to a priest, I'm sure you guys know that it's just, like, slow.
Yeah.
And painful.
Yep, absolutely.
And you're just like, the thing about the priest hero power is it's a really late game hero power. So you kind of can't abuse it in the beginning, which a lot of people use to get card advantage. For, like, you know, you got Mage, which has the best hero power in the game. You have Druid, another great hero power. You even got Warrior, who's kind of, you think, oh yeah, it's the same hero power, but it's really not because his Shield Slam is just so efficient.
Sure. Absolutely.
Well, yeah, you could say this one, you can aim at any creature, but it's so late game because you want to play creatures in the beginning, you want to build tempo, and Priest just It's hard to do that as a priest.
It's hard to do that as a priest.
Surely you can't be serious. I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
One of the best sounds on the board right now. One of the best sounds. I haven't been using the board very much.
Yeah.
It's taking me... Seriously, you take a week off, and I just get out of the... Okay.
Like,
well,
he couldn't handle it. He was like, you know what? I know I'm going to play against Priest. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Wait, I forget. Did I win a star off of that? No. Was I 2 stars in? I forget.
You got to start off. Yeah. I mean,
Uh-oh.
uh-oh.
The pinche.
This happened to me before. You just got to reconnect. I don't know. It's going weird. Volchrist. Real lethal but not chat lethal? Yes, that almost never happens.
Hang on, guys. This is going to get stupid for a second. It's going to look weird. We get back in the game here.
Turbo wants you to abuse the soundboard while you're getting back in the game.
Okay. Can do. All right, Hearthstone. All right, where were we at now? I wonder if I lost a star over that. Nope. Boom. Back in we go. So hey, they announced the new Rainbow Bright card back. That's for this season. Did you see that? And there's a new Warlock deck that came out. Or not deck. Whatchamacallit? Warlock card. Okay, there we go. Sorry if things got stupid looking. I'm having to reset everything. When Hearthstone takes a dump on you, it really sucks.
You know, to be honest, this isn't that bad of a hand. Like, you kind of like want to see like a circle or like, but turn 3 Earthring Farseer, turn 4 Injured Blade Master isn't a bad play, and like we don't really have that many turn 2 plays. But I think I might keep the Earthring Farseer, and I think I might get rid of the Injured Blade Master and the Powered Shield.
Really? Okay. Totally opposite what I would have done. Okay.
And the reason I say that is because Injured Blade Master and Powered Shield, it's a turn 4 play, and that's a little too late for what we're looking for.
Yeah. And this might be a crap. That's no good. This might be an aggro pally.
This is my guess, is that it is an aggro pally. That's why I did that.
Yeah.
If it wasn't, I would definitely say do the other thing.
Yeah.
You know.
I didn't even look and see what we were playing. Argent Squire. Boom. Called it. Coin out.
Wow, that could be a huge problem.
Yeah, most likely will be. And all I can do is heal him up. Yeah. This is when we're looking for some, like, Wild Pyro, Power Word Shield action.
Yeah, this is definitely where we're looking for that. I mean, we have the Holy Nova, though, but I think that's going to be a little too late. We kind of want it earlier.
Yeah, all I'm going to do is just keep healing myself up. That's all I can do.
Yep. Well, we can drop the Earthring Farseer right now. Yeah. And what that's going to do is it's either going to knock off the shield or it's going to let us go, you know, do something else, you know?
Yep. And I get 3 health back instead of 2. And a minion on the board. So that was totally the play. Totally the play. He's not going to touch that 3/3. He's going to make that 3/3 my problem.
He's playing very greedy.
That's how this deck plays.
Yeah, I know.
Empty your hand and then divine favor.
That's awesome. That's great news for us, actually. That's not. But we can just heal ourselves and.
Sylvanas, I don't think is going to do too much for us in this game.
Well, Holy Nova is going to go about like 3 for 1 for us.
Yeah.
Plus a Divine Shield.
Mm-hmm. Greedy.
All right. Well, I definitely think we definitely Holy Nova here.
Yeah. See how it rolls. See how it rolls.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. Till next time, this is Patches O'Houlihan saying take care of your balls, and they'll take care of you.
Don't know why I did that. I don't know why. I just happened to look over the soundboard and was like, I haven't played the 5Ds in a while.
I think we have to Sylvanas here, and we have to do something because we can heal ourselves a lot with Holy Nova, or I mean not Holy Nova, Holy Fire over there.
Yeah. But do we want to do that now?
No, because he can't do that much damage in one turn.
Okay. So Sylvanas it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then yeah. This Paladin deck, yes, has gotten a lot of people legend, but at the same time, it's not a very good matchup versus Miracle, and it's also, I don't know, it's really good versus Handlock guys, but it's not that good versus Druid. It's okay, and it's I don't know why he did that. He just did that to get a minion on the board, but it was not necessary. Because we're not going to steal anything worth. Like, this plays like a zoo deck. And the thing is like, everything that counters zoo kind of counters this.
Yeah.
Alright, I would, first off, I would Power Word Shield that.
Okay. Yes, I see where you're going with this here.
And then I think we just Holy Nova something on the board. Like the 2-1. Not Holy Nova, Holy Fire. Sorry. Because we need to get this health back up. He has 8 damage on board. And that's just too much. I think you gotta go for face. Like, you gotta not go for face, but just try to hit one of minions. We all know that's Noble Sack, guys.
Yeah, it's Noble Sacrifice. It's oh.
Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway.
And then
Just end turn.
I think the next thing might be Northshire Cleric, Circle of Healing, and Holy Fire. And something else. Thanks for the mana crystal. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You might have lethal.
What could he do with 7 damage with?
No. Why would he do that? Guys, never. If you were gonna play a minion, never play a quality after you play the minion, unless you want it to die.
I'm thinking Holy Fire.
I think you Holy Smite the 4-1. What? Yeah. I think you Holy Fire something, and I think you just play the Northshire Cleric. Yeah. You could heal yourself up, but I think this is going to prevent more damage in the long run. And basically, like, if we just heal ourselves up now, it's not going to help us that much.
Yeah.
Like, next turn, what we're going to do is Prophet Veil and heal ourselves. Like, that's the move.
Yeah. Man, priests are so slow. That second Holy Nova would be so clutch right now.
How many cards do we have left in our deck? I can't see. It's on
18.
18. Okay, well, we're probably not going to get that then.
Prophet Veil and healing ourselves up.
I mean, we could do that, or we could Thought Steal and hope for a Consecration, but I think Prophet Veil and heal yourself up is a much better move.
Yeah. Two, 4, 5, 6, 7.
He needs 6 damage, so it's Leroy.
Yeah, that's a Leroy. You know he's got it. Just play it.
He's got something to do 6 damage, I can tell you that.
Hmm.
Took him a while to count it up, though.
Yeah. Leroy. No.
It could be, like, I mean, it could be anything else. Well, this could actually not win him the game. It's going to.
Yeah. Yep.
Just to talk about percentages a little bit, guys, and I know this isn't the deck we're featuring, but for Paladin, if you are doing an Avenging Wrath on a Concealed Auctioneer, you will be happy to know that you have not a 50% chance of killing the Auctioneer, like everybody thinks. You have a 63% chance of killing an Auctioneer. And that, I could explain it why, but it's not worth it.
Yeah.
But it's just happy to know that you have a higher chance of killing that Auctioneer than not killing it. And it's because it has 4 health instead, like, so you can't, like, overkill it.
Oh, there we go. We'll see how this rocks.
All right, well, let's do let's keep the Northshire Cleric, the Holy Smite. Let's keep the Circle of Healing.
Okay.
And the reason we're keeping the Circle of Healing is because we can, if you heal their creature, it still counts, guys.
Yeah.
And we're not going to really do anything. We're not going to play the Northshire Cleric on turn 1 because he can Lightning Bolt it, he can Rock Biter it, and we don't want to do that.
There we go.
That's awesome.
That'll
Turn
be nice.
3. That's it. Just end turn, yeah. I mean, he can just Hex that, but who cares?
Yeah. We can't do a
I think
thing
you just
about
hook
it.
yourself up.
Yeah. Can't do a thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, when we do drop the Injured Blade Master, coin out the Northshire Cleric and Circle of Healing, we're not helping his minions at all. You know what I mean? Couldn't do anything. So
it honestly helps us more if his minions are damaged and we actually heal them up 1, because then we get card draw still. Northshire Cleric is drawing for any person. Wow, guys, we just got Dust Deviled.
it did. It happened.
I think we make a new play.
I think we have a change of plans here.
Yes. I think what we do is we Wild Pyro.
Mm-hmm. Wild Pyro.
I mean, this kind
Coin.
of sucks because then we can't heal it back up. Well, we could, but then we'd waste Circle Healing, and I don't really want to do that. So I think we just Wild Pyro, and then we Holy Smite the 0/3.
Why wouldn't we coin and then smite the 0/3?
Because
that'll clear his board.
yeah, but ultimately you're leaving out a 1/1. So what? He's gonna trade the 1/1 into the 3/2 anyways. It's just not worth the value. It's not worth the killing off your own Wild Pyro for it.
Okay, so just Holy
Just
smite the.
Yes.
Okay.
And if we could somehow coin heal, I would have done that. Like if we were next turn, but I don't want to do that right now.
Yeah. Okay.
If he leaves this alone too, like this whole board, what we can do is we can put Northshire Cleric out there, and we can make our own. We can make bank off of that healing totem, because that anytime he heals something with that, we still get a card. And I think now you do the Northshire Cleric Injured Blade Master circle.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Not a bad pull. Not a bad pull.
That's what.
Oh yeah. Yep, that's that awkward moment we just like.
Yeah.
We're all thinking it. We're all thinking it.
We're all thinking it. We are all thinking it. Guys, don't worry. I haven't actually graduated 7th grade yet.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I know. I'm, like, old. I've had a tough time, guys, okay?
Had
a tough time.
Algebra's hard.
I know. Difficult.
So, methinks he's gonna... I don't know.
It depends on what he does this turn, but if he does nothing else for no apparent reason, I don't know what he's thinking. But, I mean, this guy played Dust Devil, guys. I mean, come on. Just awesome.
It is awesome.
It is awesome. I think we just Thought Steal right now.
Ooh.
Woof woof. That's what you say whenever you play a dire doggy.
That's right.
It's woof woof.
Woof woof.
You have to. I think we just attack the thing and we heal our face. Because the doggy will just die to the 2/3.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is clearly a Bloodlust deck, just to let you guys all know. It's a Bloodlust, and it plays like a lot of buff minions, and really activates the totems. And it's an interesting concept for a deck.
Yeah. He's not gonna...
No respect. I'm gonna go ahead and say you Shadow Word Death that. And I think you kill the first half of the golem and you just heal your Injured Blade Master up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's setting up kind of for like a Holy Nova for whatever he plays this turn.
Holy Fire.
No. What we're gonna do is we're gonna attack in the Injured Blade Master to the
Oh, and then Holy Nova.
6/5, and then we're gonna Holy Nova, and then we're gonna heal our Injured Blade Master.
Good game.
Now that Holy Nova just going like
It just went miles.
3 for 1,
Yeah.
something crazy. And that's what you want to do with your AOs. Priest is all about like efficient cards. Like if you play other decks, like other like you play a Druid, that's about efficient mana because you have so much card draw. What you're doing is you're making like a 2-play, you're making a 3-play, you're making a 4-play, you're making a 5-play, and you're just playing a bunch of stuff in a row.
He just gave up, and that's the
Exactly.
end of that. That's the end of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel
and
like
then-
we really haven't gotten a chance to like display this deck. Play another one.
We'll play one more.
Okay.
One more.
Rock out one more, just for good measure, just for good measure. So, yeah.
You lose! Good day, sir!
Priest does have a lot of swag points. Interesting. Okay. All right, here we go.
I want to hold on to. Wow, lots of options here.
I would hold on to everything except the Akanai Soul Priest.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay. I can't think of anything in our deck that, except that would be better.
Well, I was hoping for Pyro.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
I think you just throw out the Northshire Cleric.
I think it's going to get frostbolted,
Bolted.
and then we're
Think?
going to have a 2/3 to the face. Yep, is what I think. I think I wouldn't.
My
play,
thinking was
I wouldn't play Northshire Cleric,
and then we coin out Powerword Shield.
Yeah, that'd be the only way. The only reason, or the only way I would do it personally.
I would do that.
Let's do it.
And the reason we're doing that, guys, that sets up for the kill on the Mana Worm.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great card because I'm sure this guy plays the
Double taunts.
Yeah, the double taunt, the mirror image.
Mirror image. I think I should kill that Mana Worm, yeah. Or I could.
Yeah,
kill
I would definitely kill the Mana Worm. Mana Worms can get out of hand.
Okay.
Too quickly, and the 2/2 just dies to a Holy Nova.
Okay.
We could have Circle of Healing there if we wanted to too.
Okay.
I think we just Earthring Farseer ourselves.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we should have I think we should have circled there, because it would have cycled Circle.
Yeah, I'm just in the mindset, dude, of I always use Circle of Healing whenever I get an injured Blade Master in my hand. Why the heck not?
Wow, this guy's going nuts.
It's gonna Arcane Missile me to death. One card.
I would just heal ourselves, I guess.
That's all we can do.
If we need turn 5, we're just gonna Holy Nova.
Yeah. Throw down a Leopard Gnome, throw down Abusive Sergeant, throw down whatever it is you're gonna throw down.
He doesn't have plays.
Yeah.
But this Holy Nova goes 2 for 1.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think this is clear, guys. This is a Spell Power Mage deck. And these decks, I don't remember them ever being that good. He's clearly trying to burn us down, though. I'm worried about what he has in his hand. I mean, I might Holy Nova again. I think I would Holy Nova again. And I know it's only 1 for 1, but gives us health, and it kills that.
Well, either that or we could Thought Steal and heal ourselves, because if you put something else down, we could Wild Pyro and Holy Nova next turn.
That's true. That's true. And at the same time, you are right, because we're saving the same amount of damage, unless he plays 2 spells in once. And he only has 2 cards, so I'm not too worried about that. I would definitely Thought Steal now. I think I might just play Questing Adventurer.
I don't know, man. I don't like having health this low with nothing else.
Okay. Yeah, definitely heal. I don't know why I said whoops. But okay.
I wonder if I should freeze that.
No.
No.
Because we can set off Wild Pyro with that free spell.
Yeah, it's true. True that. Clearly doesn't have a lot going on. I would almost Holy Nova and then heal myself up again.
Yeah, I think I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
Next turn we can questing adventurer, injured blade master, circle of healing, heal ourselves.
Yep.
And that's a huge turn. Oh, he showed you. You can totally Black Knight that if you want. I think I would stick to the same play though. Because we don't want to get rid of we don't want to use Arcanized Soul Priest Circle because I mean then he just pings it dead.
Yeah.
So I think we do questing adventure, injured blade master circle, and then I think we circle of healing, all the way on the left.
Would I wild pyro?
No, we want to heal ourselves.
Okay.
In tournament play, it's all about burst damage. It's just like the top decks are Handlock, Miracle Rogue. You got the Freeze Mage, and you got the Druid, which is also decent, but it's not showing up as well. You also have the Shaman.
Okay.
All right, I think we Black Knight one of those. And I think we just heal up our questing.
I could circle a healing. And heal ourselves up.
Actually, that might be better. I mean, I was thinking wait for circle for like Northshire Cleric, but I think this is fine. I think circling would be all right. And like I can show you, like I just mumbled for a little bit. I'm sorry, guys. But healing yourself, I was gonna save it for Northshire Cleric, but I was just looking at it, and we have card advantage anyway, so it'd be all right. I mean, this guy's like probably getting angry because we're gaining health.
Yeah. Every time.
I would just Azure Drake and then heal myself up.
And we're building a huge board. And I'm going to Mind Blast him, too.
I wouldn't Mind Blast him.
Even while I got...
Save it for...
Oh, save it for next turn?
Save it for Valen.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, let's not Mind Blast until we have to. Or we have lethal. Like, it's just not, like... Mind Blast is such a cheap card that you only should use it if you have lethal. Or if, like, you need to set off Pyro.
Well, but it's also going to work in conjunction with my questing adventure.
Yeah, but, I mean... You're never going to get this questing adventure off.
Yeah.
I think I would just Azure Drake again and then I would heal myself. I wouldn't play Injured Blade Master, by the way. I would not do that. I would just heal myself.
Myself or one of my minions?
Actually, we're pretty high up. I might heal the Azure Drake because he's clearly planning something for that one. Because he just pinged it.
Yeah.
And he could Pyroblast that 8/7 questing adventurer if you wanted to.
Well, I have no more heals, so I think now... Oh, phew. That's the end of that.
Oh, God. That's just mean. That is mean right there.
And here comes the concede.
Yep, I think that just end turn, yeah.
I'm sorry. That's
Look how big this questing adventure is.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Polymorph it. Ping it.
Let's see if we have lethal somehow. All right. So we got
4, 8. We got 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18.
So
19,
if we have... So how much do we have on board?
26. This is... we have 26 in hand.
4, 8, 12, 16, 20... We have lethal. So,
yeah,
like Akanai Soul Priest.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
What? You just said that. You just said, oh.
I said play Alkani Soul.
Oh, we have too many. It's all right. This guy's freaking screwed. Doesn't matter. Let's
just mind blast him.
Yeah.
And then you can ice lance him if you wanted to.
That won't do anything.
No, it'll make you do 1 more damage. Because of the Mana Worm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So guys, just to go over, if we played Akanai Soul Priest and we killed the taunt with it, we would have had that 1 extra damage.
He frost bolted himself. Well, that worked out nicely. Stealing that mana. That's just like a dream thing right there. So
yeah, I'm actually surprised also, Volcrest, that we didn't see any
Zoo,
yeah.
Right.
But
whatever's clever. So whatever's clever.
We'll be fine.
Yep, exactly.
Actually, this deck is really good versus Zoo because it has so much board clear.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. So, well, guys, that's going to do it for the show. For those of you, again, who are just watching this or tuned in midway or whatever, we are in the process of renaming the show. So if you were going to do a Hearthstone show and you were going to name it whatever you wanted to name it, send it to us, podcast@blizzpro.com, and we're going to go through the names, and we're going to find the one that we think is the best, and we're going to get the intro and everything like that, but the winner is going to get a $20 Blizzard card that you can buy booster packs with. If you're a WoW player, you can buy pets with, you can buy game time with, you can buy whatever. So send us emails, podcast@blizzpro.com, and just let us know, like, show names, show ideas, you know. So, I mean, there's so many cards and stuff like that that are in this game that you can spin off of and whatever. And there's 2 of our minds and all of yours. So hopefully we'll come up with something good. And yeah, like I said, it's like 3 minutes of brain power, 1 minute of emailing, and that's it. So I think that's going to do it for this week. We're going to be back next week. If you guys have any decks that you'd like to see or classes that you'd like to see or anything like that, send us an email, podcast@blizzpro.com, and we will feature it next week. We're all about trying to give you guys what you want. So I think that's going to do it. You know what? I did not have, literally, guys, I got home like late last night. I didn't have time to really go through any of the forums or anything like that and have a community thoughts period or anything like that. So pardon me for being a little out of sorts this current episode. Next week I'll be back, have a juicier soundboard. You know, this week was kind of, I could have done better.
You know what we did get, Twiz? We got a nice response out of Volcrest, who's in the chat room right now.
Yeah?
We got a nice little thing on iTunes from him.
Talk to me, dude. That's right. We had an
nice
iTunes review. Hit it up.
His review was very down-to-earth gentleman playing a game while giving out valuable information. Just hopefully Volcrest isn't actually trolling us in this review.
It's possible.
He's not, right? He's not? Okay, good. He's not. They always feature a deck that is either useful in the current meta or unique and fun to play. A little bit of humor also thrown in as well. They are willing to answer any questions in chat during the live stream. Check them out on Twitch every Monday night around 10 p.m. EST for the full experience. I highly recommend the show. You won't be disappointed.
Awesome. So
hopefully no one was disappointed.
Hopefully, that's right. You get the applause. So, guys, if you have a chance, if you like what we're doing, stop by iTunes. And right now we're still listed under, you can do a search on BlizzPro, and you'll find KCDKMR. We're in the midst of getting that changed as well. But if you like what we're doing, leave us a 5-star review, and you know, we'll go from there. And we really appreciate it. It helps other people find us and stuff like that. So we certainly appreciate your support. We love doing this. This is just fun for us. So one real quick thing that I do want to mention is this particular show is sponsored by DoghouseSystems.com. If you're looking at upgrading your computer to a bigger rig, a beefier rig, something that's going to, you know, be top of the line that you're going to not have to replace for the next 4, 5, 6 years, go to DoghouseSystems.com. Use the coupon code TWIZ at checkout. That's going to double your RAM for free, all the way up to 32 gigs of memory. Again, that's like a $90 to $110 savings. that I just put right back into your pocket. So make sure you're checking out doghousesystems.com and utilizing the coupon code TWIZZ, TWIZZ at checkout to save yourself a little bit of cash. So I think that's going to be it. Stutter, anything else before we roll out, brother?
Just shout out to Blizz Pro, of course the Twiz. He puts up with me every week. Last week he had to take a week off. He's like, you know what, Sexy, I'm done with you.
I'm done with it, dude.
Screw you. I'm done.
Can't handle it.
But yeah,
my pleasure, dude.
Of course, those two things, and it's still. For everyone who's asking, mad respect for DKMR. I'm never gonna mention them again on the show because we're not associated with them anymore. But still mad respect, and it was a great time of my playing career, and that's it.
Yep. So you can follow us on Twitter at TwizBP, at SXIStutterBP as well. And I am so sorry for this outro, but I'm leaving it up to you guys to help me make a better one with a better name and everything like that. So until next week, guys, certainly appreciate everything you do. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you in 7 days. I'm done with it. That's total crap.